Okay, so now that we understand the theory behind bypassing HTTPS and we have the correct caplet placed in the correct path, let's go ahead and use this caplet with BetterCap and see how we can downgrade HTTPS to HTTP and steal passwords from login pages that use HTTPS by default. So I'm going to go to my terminal and I'm going to use BetterCap exactly as I've been using it before. So we're doing BetterCap, the name of the program. We're giving it our interface after the iFace argument. We're using the caplet argument to specify a caplet to run as soon as we run the program. And we're running the spoof caplet, the one that we built in the previous lecture, that'll run the ARP spoofing command and run the sniffer for us. So I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, everything got executed as expected. If we do help, we'll see all the running modules, and we have the ARP spoof and the sniffer running with the recon and with the probe. So this is exactly what we wanted from our caplet. The next thing that we want to do is run the HSTS bypass caplet, the one that we just downloaded and placed in our BetterCap directory. So first of all, the HSTS bypass caplet is one of many caplets that BetterCap comes with. If you want to list all of these caplets, you can do caplets.show, and as you can see, you'll get a list of all of the caplets that you have and their location on the system. Now, the caplet that we want to run is the HSTS hijack caplet, this one right here. And you can see it's stored in here. This is the location where we actually replaced it with the one that we downloaded. And to run any of these caplets, all you have to do is literally just type its name. And as usual, you can use the tab to autocomplete. So to run our caplet right here, all I have to do is literally type HS and press tab. And as you can see, it will automatically autocomplete for me and type the caplet name. Now, if I hit enter, this will load the caplet with all of its options and it will run it for me. So as you can see, because we don't see any errors, this means everything got executed as expected. So let's go to the Windows machine, browse some HTTPS pages and see if we can sniff data, usernames, passwords, and URLs that they enter on their computer. So I have my Windows machine here. I have Chrome installed. This is the latest version of Chrome at the time of recording this lecture, which is in April 2019. Now, a really good idea before trying all of these things is to remove your browsing data, because the websites that we're going to try to access might be cached and they might be just loaded from your cache. This will only happen if you're visiting the same website over and over again, mostly when testing. Therefore, it's a really good idea to Control-Shift-Delete and click on clear browsing data. Make sure all of this is clicked. Make sure it's set to all the time and click on clear to remove all of it. And let's go ahead and go to a website that uses HTTPS. So a good example would be LinkedIn.com. And perfect. If you look here at the top, you'll see the website is loading over HTTP, not over HTTPS. Therefore, we'll be able to see anything the user enters in these boxes. So let's put a username. Let's set it to zaid@zsecurity.org. And I'll put a password as 123456789. It doesn't really matter. You can use any password. And I'm going to hit enter to log in. This is wrong, so obviously we're getting an error message. But if we go back to Kali, as you can see, we're capturing all of this data because it's not being sent over HTTPS anymore. It's being sent over HTTP. And if you look in here, you can see we captured login information. It's sent to linkedin.com, sent to this specific URL, a login URL. And you can see the username is zaid@zsecurity.org. And the password is 123 all the way up to 90. So that's really, really good. Let's go ahead and test another HTTPS website. Let's go to stackoverflow.com. Again, you can see on top, it's loading over HTTP, not HTTPS. So I'm going to click on login. And again, I'm going to put my email, zaid@zsecurity.org, and we'll put a password as 12345678990. Hit enter. And let's go to the Kali machine again. Scroll down this time because we're stuck on top. And perfect. You can see we have a post request in here. It's sent to this specific URL. Again, you can see login in the URL. You can see the website itself, stackoverflow.com. And if we scroll down a little bit more, we can see that the username is zaid@zsecurity.org, and the password again 123 all the way up to 90. So that is really, really good. Now we can downgrade any HTTPS connection to HTTP as long as the target website uses HTTPS, not HSTS. So this method will work against pretty much all websites that use HTTPS, except for the really popular websites such as Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So let me show you a quick example. If I go here and try to go to facebook.com, you'll see that the website got loaded over HTTPS, not over HTTP, even though we configured our caplet correctly, and even though we're able to downgrade HTTPS connections on a lot of websites such as LinkedIn and Stack Overflow. This is happening because Facebook is using HSTS, which is a little bit trickier to bypass. In the next lecture, we'll talk more about what HSTS is, why it's tricky to bypass, and how to partially bypass it and still get usernames and passwords from the websites that implement it, such as Facebook, Twitter, and so on.